Well, I think, well, I've listened to Achize. I mean, it's like beauty. It depends on the, it's the eyes of the beholder. But what I'm saying here is that, you see, as workers, we have been victims in the workplaces of lack of rules. You know, employers hire and fire the way they want because they don't have respect for rules. I mean, our labor law says that if you employ as a worker, within 3 months, you must be given a letter of confirmation. Maybe with an opening of 1 or 2 months. But you know, today some workers work for about 2 years without having their letter properly of employment secure. They have no guarantee of how much they are paid. And what I'm saying here is that we as working people who have been victims of lack of rules, you know, casual employment relations.
He didn't clear himself.
No, what I'm saying is that we cannot afford this luxury. And you can see why we're in this mess. I mean, I listen to all this reason, you know, there is good, even the road to hell, it's always with good intention. But what I'm saying is that, what does the Constitution say about rules guiding elections?
No.
It says there's a credential committee, let me land. Credential committee that will be in place that should reflect all the political interests. That means all aspirants have representation there. And there's a deadline for nomination. There's also nomination for how to fill the forms. And it said in the form that if you don't follow this process, your candidature will be disqualified with eyes open. Suleiman, let me tell you, a candidate could not even fill his own, put his own name of his union. The nominating union.
Allow me bring in something
he
from that
puts
particular
another union
because,
that's nominating union.
because it's still very vague.
Yeah.
You know, duplication of ballot papers. Yep. And who's that candidate that had more than 2, 3, let's say up to 4 ballot papers attached to his name? I think that's the crux of the matter.
No,
not even your rules or the laws guiding elections or the NLC.
The one that capture your imagination, that is the anticlimax. You know, that was the logical conclusion of lack of respect for due process. Don't forget that we worked out. Actually, my union, my president asked us to work out that we are not going to be party to violation of NSA constitution. We said we are only participating, listen to me, on the core aspect of the conference. Because this conference is not just about election. It's about debating motions, about word of work, security of jobs, employment, gender issues, maternity, and the rest of them. We said we are going to participate. But on abandonment of rules, we said we are not going to be there. And we are not there. You know, but they went ahead using the argument that the Congress can revisit all the issues, and then they open up and deregulated all the entire process, in which anything goes. And as you listen to the tape, which somebody, a member of that credential committee said, he said it was after another nominee came in, they opened up, that they have to go and print new ballot papers. You know, and in the process, all sorts of distortion could come in, so including multiple entries.
So they printed more than enough, multiple entries for people. So they were right to have complained after all.
No, I would say so. They have the right.
But why did they print for one candidate and not for the others?
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That you see, once you violate one rule, there's no limit to it. You know, because what I saw there is complete distortion, and I'm surprised.
Mr. Ramon, sorry, again, it still doesn't look like a mistake because they said they took more than enough time in the room getting those things sorted out. Mr. Chese, I think I'll give you a moment. I'm coming. Let me land on this. Because what they said on that particular day was that they took more than enough time in that room. It was when they were getting so uncomfortable with what they were doing, they barged in and they saw that they had more than enough ballots.
You see, my comrade Achize, my very good friend, will also agree with
let's
you
let Achize
that it wasn't the best
respond.
of. You see, I just saw your newspaper review today.
Good.
That the ballot papers for presidential elections are ready today. It's there. INEC has disclosed. Can you imagine on the day of election to hear that we're changing ballot papers, another candidate are coming?
Let's bring the
that's the kind of mess which is open to abuse and unnecessary mistakes, avoidable mistakes.
Let me share a kind of concern with Mr. Ramon here. The truth is that the Constitution is clear. When you talk about issues of content and issues of the power of the Congress, and Congress has those powers to review issues, and it is also clearly stated in the Constitution that affiliate unions have the powers to also complain to the Congress in section. And the Congress in section should be able to sit down, look at their complaint objectively, and also give whatever decisions they feel that is necessary to move the union, the Congress forward. And I think that was what was done. When you talk about issues, I don't believe that the issue of casualizations of the Constitution of Congress came into play in that aspect, in as much as the Congress has those powers.
Okay, very well.
The total and absolute power of NLC lies in the Congress, and that happens once in every 4 years, and not next. And that is what the Congress has also done. Unfortunately, like you earlier asked, how can there be more than 2 voting ballot papers in the name of one individual? Was it preempted that the election is going to be rigged? Was it a masterpiece to destabilize the Nigerian workers' rights and opportunities?
What do you think happened about that, Mr. Chese?
I think, to me, and to Nupeng, is a planned attempt to destabilize or to put an end to the elections that was supposed to be held on the 11th. I think it's intentionally being done because if one individual will have more than one ballot paper in a booklet of a voting booklet, then there is something wrong somewhere. It's not an issue of the clearance being given to the respective candidates who took their campaigns to Congress. What really affected the crisis, what stopped the elections, is because some individuals that are aspiring are having more than 2-3 ballot papers in a booklet or voting booklet. So that's where, although we got very far, the was not discovered that is what was happening since the voting commenced. For me, I think it is an issue that we need to also come back and ask ourselves a series of questions, like when you ask the issues of the house scam, what really happened within this period? Was Congress actually being carried along? Where all leaders in the Congress, the National Administrative Council of Congress, are part of these processes? I think these are the issues that are bordering on the integrity of Congress today. I feel ashamed of myself. I feel ashamed of the system because I'm also part of the administration of Congress when issues like this begin to happen to affect the movement. This is a dream I have so for a very long time been dreaming about, and that put my zeal of being member of the Nigerian Labour Movement.
Mr. Joseph, first of all, I want to know, why did you step down?
Like I said, I stepped down for the interest of the Nigerian workers. I haven't realized that there were a lot of challenges and a lot of issues that were militating around the system. Like you know very, very well, it's unfortunate that we are yet to tell ourselves the bitter truth of the Nigerian Labour Movement today. Until we're able to do that.
What is the bitter truth?
The bitter truth today is as fine. You know, as you are aware, the Congress today leadership lies in the public sector, and the leadership as well also has been running there for about 8 years now in the public sector domain. It's expected, you know, in order to create that unity of what the Congress stands for, that leadership also need to move either to the private, to the public sector. But the reverse was the case. And again, you realize in the situation where...
Mr. Jesse, I'm sorry I didn't get you. I don't think that this truth was spoken in very clear terms. It wasn't clear enough. You say this is about moving to, was it private sector or public sector? I didn't quite understand that. What exactly did you say the bitter truth was?
I think part of the issues of Congress today is the issue of unity, which Issa Ramo, that is also seated there, is aware about. Because if you talk about the movement, while we appreciate leadership styles of individuals and associations, the Nigerian Labour Congress is founded on 2 key sectors, which is the private and the public sector. And if you look at it in that direction, you begin to sit down and harmonize issues together and move forward. But in this case, in the 11th Delegate Conference, the reverse was the case. It was so difficult to have this harmonization and to see that the both sectors are also carrying along. A situation where a sector alone is also wanting to carry the entire system alone of the Nigerian Labour Movement. I think that is where we all got it wrong.
Why is the Nigerian Labour Congress divided?
Well, I wouldn't want to say Nigerian Labour Congress is divided, but I've said clearly
united by this mess.
It is built on 2 foundations, which is the public sector and the private sector, the organized private sector and the organized public sector. And these are the 2 foundations on which the Nigerian Labour Movement is founded.
So where is the division coming in? Because you talked about the issue of unity.
Yeah, where it is coming from is, I'm happy that we had a meeting like Issa confirmed there with the veterans, and Shomole also came in place as the founding president. We were able to talk frankly to accept that there's a missing link somewhere where we couldn't get these issues right. And that is making sure both sectors are brought together to discuss and then move the Nigerian Labour Congress forward. I think that is where we had a problem.
So how was your stepping down going to ensure unity?